Peace to your feet, we bringing the news. Saying facts, stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the streets to the world, get the real, no cap. Breaking headlines, put the truth on the map.
Yo, fast with the facts, we don't play no games. Reporting what's real, we ain't chasing fame. Call Peace TV, stay locked, stay tuned.
Hey y'all, hey, back with another video. Y'all, in this video, like I told y'all last night on my last video I did, the little quick snippet I did, I told y'all I was going to come back today with a recap of a video that I did 2 months ago that was done. It basically, Quadre was being questioned, which wasn't good at all because he spilled some tea and he don't even know it. I found it very interesting because he was trying to make the story fit Holly and Carlos, but it didn't. I wanted to bring this back to show that everything he was saying, literally, I don't know if he know now, but then he was throwing them under the bus, literally. And then it was times when he tried to come back and backtrack certain things that he was saying because he realized what the hell he had just said. Even on other platforms after that, like he would try to go and clean it up. But baby, it wasn't no cleaning this stuff up. But we're going to jump into it. Y'all pay attention. This is a video that I did 2 months ago. Let's get into it.
They was basically walking with the baby, chilling. They was actually standing there for a little while. But on the side, right there, at the crime scene, they was standing on the sidewalk at the crime scene. Honestly, I don't know. But I did hear that they were supposed to be going to the gym. Together because Holly and Los always at the gym. They got a bunch of people who go. A lot of my friends too go to the gym with each other and stuff like that. So they was gonna drop the baby off because Los mother don't really stay too far from there. That was after Romeca was shot. She set her gun on top of the car. Right? No. If that's the case, Romeca should have been alerted not to approach a person with a gun. Right? Next, you strapping the baby in, getting ready to leave. I think Los was busy walking somewhere. It looked like he was probably going down to his truck. That's probably where they probably was gonna end up going in his truck anyway. So it looked like he was doing something towards his truck way, and then you see Romeca just swerve and pull up and then hop out. But you don't see Holly react. You see Holly kind of disappear for a second because you see her inside her car. Basically, that's what she's doing because she knew she couldn't wait to catch Holly. Holly been talking shit, all of this and that. Audrey Sanford page, I just posted a video of Romeca stalking Holly's page way before she even had the baby or was pregnant with. No. It only takes 9 months to be pregnant with the baby, and have a baby. The baby is only 4 months. Listen here. Him and Romeca was not romantically involved to a point where they was building a relationship, nothing like that. But you still got to understand, he not with Holly, he not with Romeca. He can do it. He not in a relationship with Holly. No, that's just his baby mother. That means she's just a person that's finna be around for forever. Yeah, so.
Why did y'all fall out?
We had some personal beef going on, which was nothing to do with nothing. And I'm my own man. I don't owe nobody nothing. You think Carlos above me or something? That's how it's coming out. You saying like I owe him something. I don't owe him something. He's not above me. He's not bigger than me. I'm the same because we had our own personal beef. Nothing to do with nothing. It's just girl stuff. Yeah, but that ain't had nothing to do with Romeca or nothing. So like, it was just some girl stuff. Carlos is a ladies' man. Yep. You can say that. But that's just the only thing that had to do with our fallout. It just had something to do with girls. But I know he fucked my sister. I ain't agree. I told him don't have no contact with her. And he did it anyway.
Y'all heard that? He tried to laugh it off and play like he was joking when he said, yeah, he fucked my sister. And see, I've always got the impression that he had a crush on Romeca at some point, talking about Q. And if y'all listened, he slipped up and said, I told him not to have a baby with her, and he did it anyway. So I'm thinking he used to crush on Romeca so bad because they all grew up together. And it's going to be a point where he tells and says that he and Romeca were like really close friends, like best friends, and that's how he met. He was friends with her before Carlos. Keep listening.
Because he a ladies man. He just gonna do what he gonna do. He his own man. He don't answer to nobody. I don't answer to nobody. So I'm, you know. But that's how brothers are. I ain't the only brother that happened to.
Y'all heard him say he ain't the only brother that happened to. Man, y'all, now we fast forward to now, where he went on that live with David and said that Carlos slept with his ex-girlfriend and now is sleeping with his wife. So I'm telling y'all, Q be talking some stuff, but he be telling a lot of truth and some things too. So let's keep going.
It's a lot of brothers that happen to that because also I'm not on the scene. I'm not what everybody else is. Just the party life, the fast women and all that. I'm not into that. And I have been places with Romeca, and I have been at restaurants with Romeca without Los. With me and Romeca just out chilling. Do I like her? Oh hell no shit like that. I don't see her. She's my sister. That's my sister.
See, y'all heard him say no, he don't like Romeca like that because that's her sister. Now rewind to when he said him and Carlos fell out because he fucked my sister. Y'all read between the lines because that's just me. I feel like this is why him and Carlos fell out, because he was jealous and mad that Carlos was able to get Romeca and he wasn't.
Los is my brother. Here, that's weird. I'm not that type of guy that mess with do things like that. Why would I be mad at him for doing some stuff and then try to be doing some stuff like that for get back? I'm not that type of guy. She popped out the car. Holly was inside of the other car doing whatever she was doing. So it looked like she didn't know who was coming up behind her, grabbing her and shit like that. Trying to attack her, trying to grab her. Way around, it's like it was around the front way. If you see the way Romeca car parked, she kind of went on a little angle, so she hopped out her driver's side and she walked around the front of Holly car towards the back way. But the door is open and Holly is bent in, strapping her baby and doing whatever she's doing, whatever loan she's taking. You can see all this. Boom. She was on the curb side. Also around the front of the car. Yeah, so the door is open with Holly. So if let's say hypothetically Romeca was to shoot at Holly during this point in time, she would be blocked by the door. So the door is shielding Holly. So we know Romeca not doing none of that. But let's just say Romeca will hop out her driver's side and she walks around the front of Holly's car. Holly's at the back of her car with the door open, so she can't really do who going behind the black car. Romeca never go behind the black car. She only went around the front. She went run around. Then she proceeded to go around the car door to get to Holly to attack her. She grabbed her by her hair, and then they had like a little tussle. But you can see Holly kind of struggling because she had her gun, as you can see. She had it at her waistband. Her.
Again, where's this gun? Where's this holder that she goes and pull this gun out of? Where?
She had the gun in her waistband. Then you can see Carlos come up and run up and grab Romeca. So she had Holly for a slight second. She had Holly for a slight second. She let her go. Boom. You see Los try to bring her back towards his car and try to push her to the car, to try to calm her down. He grabbed her from behind. How you bear hug a person? Grab their arms and stuff. No, he didn't drag her. No. Yep, he did slightly pick up. Yep. He take her to her car. Look, as them fighting, because they at the back of Holly's car. So as them fighting, tussling, they wasn't physically. You don't really see too many swings and hits. You see a few hits, but you don't see a lot. But you see a lot of tussling. So as they tussling, they kind of going around the car towards the street from the back of the car. Now they going back in the middle of the cars, from behind the car. In the back seat, you strapping your baby in. Somebody come and grab you, and y'all get the tussling. And you kind of end up in the street again. But you went from because as Romeca grabbing her, you could see Holly tussling with trying to make sure the gun don't fall. He take her to her car, and then as he trying to shove her, but he didn't take her to her driver car door. He was on her passenger car door trying to push her in to try to make her get in. You know, he was kind of pushing the door on her because she was standing in the middle of the door in the actual, you know how you get in and stick your feet out. You know what I'm saying? She was standing in the middle of that, so he was like kind of trying to force her to get in the car. Okay, well, okay, so like at this time, Holly like stepping back. She's not going towards the driver's side of the car. She just trying to make sure, you know, like Romeca just clear and leave, you know, because she already told her, like, I got my gun, like, I'm not trying to fight you and all this and that, like, you know what I'm saying?
How do he know that's what was said if he came out saying that the video didn't have any volume to it? Like, you couldn't hear what was being said.
She told her that, she said, I got my gun, I'm not trying to fight you. Man, look, you steady giving the person who got an order protection and you have a concealed carry license, you are steady giving them chance after chance to leave you alone. The window and to like fake tap on the window with the baby at. Boom, boom, boom. At this moment, you can also start to see more people walk up now. At this moment, you can see people walking up. There's more witnesses coming up on the scene, stuff like that. At this moment, you see, I'm trying to get it right. At this moment, you see, after she ran from the window, it's like a little moment where Holly tried to chase Romeca, and somehow like they like come around the front of the car where Romeca was at the driver's side. Yes, because Romeca was coming towards the back of the window to bang on the window with the baby, where the baby was at. We kind of stepped back a little bit from the you know, that triggered Holly to engage into this next little thing that I'm finna tell you. So after that, she like kind of chased Romeca in a way. She didn't pull her gun out. You could see she didn't even go for her gun. She literally chased Romeca. Romeca kind of run back around the car, and like I guess she was like finna try to hop in the driver door, and then of Holly's car. She ran back around the car to try to get in the driver's seat, to try to take off. That's when I see Los try to make one last attempt to pull back Romeca, and Romeca turned back her attention towards Holly, and then she said something, and she started trying to break away again. She wiggled away, and then you see him trying to make one last more to pull back Romeca, and Romeca turned back her attention towards Holly, and then she said something, and she started trying to break away again. She wiggled away, and then you see him trying to make one last more attempt to try to hold her back, and that's when it kind of looked like a slightly chokehold that got on her neck, because you know he taller than her and she's short, so she kind of wiggled around, boom, 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 and then he tried to grab her, and she kind of got caught in the chokehold, and then it's like Holly was like, it's like all in the midst of a second, probably looked like she was breaking off, and she ripped away, and Holly was towards the back of the car. She was a lot closer than 15 feet than people say, because that car not even 15 feet big. That car probably like 8, 9 feet, 10 feet big. So at the end, wow, I mean, you know, long. So at the end of the day, that was a lot more closer. And you know, from the video, you see it, very last second, it's like hesitant. She tried to do that, and then she shot her. And the first shot landed at the leg, because the way that Holly pulled her gun out, she had to do it fast. You know, that's what she probably was so scared that she just was shooting, you know?
If y'all listen, this is where Carlos is part of the crime even more, because he says as Holly is chasing Romeca run basically back into Carlos's arms. That's when Carlos grabbed her again. She wiggles out. He's trying to make it seem like Carlos grabs her again and holding her in the headlock, trying to stop the situation. No, she was trying to get away. Carlos grabs her again, and that's when Holly shoots Romeca. This is what's gonna cook their ass. This right here. Because if y'all felt him credible enough to give him all this information to put out to the public, to us, and y'all thought it was gonna go in y'all favor, then this gotta be credible enough for prosecution to use against these two motherfuckers. But I just want to show y'all that. Tell me what y'all think in these comments. Bye.
We bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confuse.
stay sharp, yeah, we never confuse.